Libra, welcome into your March 2025 Money and Career Tarot reading. Let's jump into some Oracle and see what we're beginning with. To begin for Libra for March, okay? We're beginning with the Chess card as well as the Candle card and the Watch card. So the Chess card is talking about money strategy, wise spending, and the long game is taking a huge focus, all right? And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a time where your ability to be a leader of some sort, if not in multiple ways, is taking a highlight in the mind's awareness of other people and even your own. I do sense that this is a time where you're very methodical, you're very well thought out, and I feel tapping into your analytical side while, a nice balance between that and trusting your intuition in order to make what feels like a big choice for a lot. Maybe a switch up is what they're labeling it as. But also when it comes to when to get things done, how to go about accomplishing this and that of importance, and otherwise. And even when it comes to who and what to associate yourself with, say at work, at home, when you're out and about. But the Candle card, because you are hustling throughout this month, you're taking action and you are getting it done, all right? Like a boss is what they just finished that with. And it feels like the candle imagery is giving us the message that while you light the way for other people and that playing into you being a leader of true importance and purpose, it feels like Spirit is helping you see the way forward more clearly as far as, how things are meant to change when it comes to your money and career, when it comes to the continuation of this and that you don't see leaving your life, at least not anytime soon. But for some, it could be, this and that, or at least one situation that you see sticking with you, or you're sticking with it as far as committing, for the long run. Again, the long game. But it does feel like a time where you're hustling, your efforts are paying off, okay? They're making me think about my sweatshirt that I have. It's a navy blue sweatshirt. I don't know if you've seen it on this channel, if you've been with me for a bit. It says the two words hustle and humble, and they're kind of changing with some of the letters to basically give a combined meaning. So there's a real hustler kind of energy about you, but a humble way as well. And that's making a difference. People can see this in regards to when it comes to what you're creating, developing, putting out there. And I feel, okay, your word is true is what I just heard. You're speaking the truth. You're not saying you'll do something and then you won't. And people are seeing this. People are maybe remembering this. And people are trusting you, Libra. But, okay, interesting, because I did read this as magnet at first. I know it says management. And so whether you're meant to be a manager of some sort, while Spirit's saying either way, you're the manager of your own finances, the manager of your own money and career life, path, if you will. But it may be more of a focus on one, if not multiple other people in an authority position, And this is maybe benefiting you at certain points, and then at other points, not so much. But I feel, going back to the word magnet, you're magnetizing at this time. You're drawing in exactly what you're meant to when it comes to amounts of financial gain, when it comes to opportunity, when it comes to a bigger opportunity for some, say a place to live. It could be a new car. It could be a housing change within the same continuing one is what I'm getting for some. But it feels like they're saying with the Watch card, Libra, it is time for you to profit. For some, it's a long time coming when it applies to a situation that you've been working your tail off, your behind off for a long time, for a while now. And I'm getting you are going to be feeling as if seeing evidence that time is on your side. Gemini as well got that message. You'll end up somewhere at the exact right timing, whether it's early, right on time, or maybe a little bit late for a select few drawn to the reading. But You as well will be avoiding things in a very timely, a divine manner, whether it's that workday comes to a close earlier than you were scheduled or you're meant to. You are maybe taking an early break or a later break, something of the sort. You feel guided to just simply get up and go somewhere or just go for a stroll. There's significance to all of this playing into your money and career. As well, accomplishments are part of that as well, which we kind of mentioned earlier on in the reading. But there's something about it being, I want to say, at least the first half of the month, if not the first 2/3 of which feels like a waiting period for something significant to change, come in for you, maybe take off. And so this is a time where you just need to trust in the mystery, put in the hard work once again, and just have patience, okay? The wait will be worth it. But it also feels like you are going to be accomplishing more than you expect when it comes to certain days in this month. And at other points, you will be achieving less than you want to, expect to, maybe have to. And so they're saying, again, you're going to be accomplishing things, creating things, developing things exactly as you're meant to, when you're meant to. So please trust that. It's easier said than done. But okay, giving and receiving is part of this month. I do feel like there are moments when you are receiving more than expected, and that feels beautiful. It feels necessary, even. And there are work surprises taking place for a lot. And I do sense that financial support is feeling quite alive throughout the month for you. But let's shift on forward and pull some tarot. Yeah, so the month for a lot, I feel, is a time to get ready for and maybe even actually shift things on forward. As I find that every bit of effort that you have been and are putting forth towards something of importance for you is creating growth. It's creating the prospering of that commitment, that situation, even in the midst of certain struggles or stumbles along the way. But doing a bit of a flip, the Page of Cups, feeling new, maybe feeling more fresh to the point where you're able to put a different sort of feeling into what you're getting done and maybe even who you're connecting with. There, for a lot, is a meeting of importance, or two meetings of importance, but one's more significant than the other. Or it could be, you're looking into seeing these two options by meeting up with somebody, if not multiple people, and one's actually the right choice while the other is just not everything that you need or want, or both. But there's also something about you standing tall and proud throughout the month in regards to all that you've overcome in regards to money and career matters, in regards to all that you've achieved. I've come a long way. And so I find that that is shining bright in a very confident light. So yeah, I feel as well when you're working that job or two, when you're running your business, when you're spending money, when you're even out and about in a general sense, you are confident. People see this. People maybe are respecting you more, honoring you more, complimenting you, praising you. If somebody isn't meant to get you or get what you put out there into the universe, then they're not meant to get it, or it's not meant to be for them. For example, I have to trust in regards to that with these general readings, because not everybody's going to be able to digest it in the way they should be or are meant to, and not everybody is going to find that the full reading or the reading in general will resonate. And so apply it to your situation as you may. Now they're making me think about how I utilize certain experiences and even difficulties for these readings to make it more personable, to help some, figure out how it could apply or is meant to apply to their life, their path, situation. But it also adds, personality, right? And you get to know me more. And so there's something about you where throughout the month where you're utilizing what you've been through, who you are at this point, how you've changed, what you've been through, if I didn't say it already, in order to add to something, okay? Very strategically, very purposely. But it does feel like with the Emperor card coming out, you're in the midst of a month throughout March where you're also putting in the work to, again, shift things on forward, but to plan and get ready for a move of residence or a shift in your career or a different type of investment. And I sense that you are very easily saving money throughout the month, but then giving into temptation that cost money at certain points. And so Spirit's saying, what if you were to take that bad habit that costs money, or temptation, unnecessary spending, and you were to add those purchases up? If I could even say it, if you were to add those purchases up, how much do you think you could have saved? And I'm not saying it's realistic to never treat yourself, to never, splurge a bit or to spend unnecessarily. It's life, you know what I mean? Find the balance in it all. But they're saying overdoing it. And I feel like you're not as much overdoing it in comparison to the past, but there's still effort to be put forth towards spending more wisely so that you can even see more of an increase. Because I feel this collective maybe saving money in regards to something, a change of importance in the near future, but there are going to be other expenses that you need to maintain and maybe are popping up as far as, it becoming a new one for you, okay? So they're needing you to be wise with your finances. Now, when it comes to you feeling like you don't have it all, whether it's financially, whether it's more so opportunities or full progression, growth of something not taking off right off the bat, they're needing you to understand that right around the corner lies an overflow, okay? Right around the corner lies an abundance of whatever you're feeling a lack of which. Because it does feel like they're saying, while your money and career world and path is within your grasp and you're thinking about, okay, maybe traveling, again, moving for some, migrating towards the new, you're going to feel as if it's a time for you to, again, shift things on forward and trust yourself while you're in the midst of creating and even just receiving otherwise from Spirit and the universe, this overflow of abundance in different forms to support your bright Libran future. But you could see I was just touching my left ear, and they just now made me think about when this morning I had this ringing in my ear, okay? And so for this reasoning and for my own personal reasoning this morning, was pushed to look up the meaning of which spiritually, and it has many meanings, but one of which I feel that's very prominent for you is trust your inner voice. When you go to see that new opportunity, as a potential, when you think about continuing something or how to go about doing so, when it comes to accomplishing, trust your inner voice. And this talking about your internal compass, but also your intuition, feeling things out accurately, whether it takes a hot second or is quite instant, you're going to find that this is going to leave you with the best results, more abundance moving forward, all right? You are very, very special in that sense. What else do we have? 1333, look up the angel number meaning. Being drawn to an infinity symbol, the possibilities are endless, but you may feel overworked, all right? That's also going back to the temptation message, maybe even bad energy playing into your month at times. But it does feel like this is a time where Spirit is saying, if you're feeling burnt out and you don't see your schedule getting lighter or your workload lessening, then maybe there's a different approach or two that you can take. Maybe, work on not over-exuding yourself at certain points or in general. But Spirit's also saying finding the balance by getting the rest and the healing that you need and deserve in order to make sure that you can proceed in a consistent way, that you can actually keep up with what's at hand. You're not an Energizer bunny. And at certain points, I feel like you're thinking about, well, what if I was, Inspector Gadget? Or even you might be saying this to somebody, if not multiple people, I'm not Inspector Gadget. If I was, I'd be able to fulfill all your expectations or their expectations to the fullest extent. But I'm going to do one or two things at a time and just, one to the next, get things done. There may be as well a focus on micromanaging, but it feels like you are I want to say expecting the worst in at least one situation or one aspect of a situation. Please do tread carefully with that. You know, adjust your mindset when it comes to it. But you're going to find that this is a very independent period for you for the most part, where again, you are this hustling leader where your action is paying off. And they're saying your money strategy is paying off as well, as they are saying your overall message is Libra, it's time to profit. Okay, so those are your money career messages for March. I hope they were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light.